All right. I am trying to work on the first person arms right now. Note that I am horrible at Blender, so this might take me a little getting used to. I have not used Blender in a really long time. It looks like right away it's not going to let me use what I just imported. So that's going to be fun. Okay. Let me see if I can try a different model. I have a feeling they're all going to be the same. You know what? I'll just import all of them and see if any work. No, none of them work. Oh, what's this? What is this? Something imported. Hair, like some kind of face or something imported. This does not help me though. All right, so I'm gonna work on my arms, I suppose. Wow, I have not done this in a really long time. I need to actually go open up some tutorials on how to do this. Also, since they changed everything around and changed the hotkeys and whatnot, it's just become that more complicated. Okay, well I want to add something simple. Let's start with a cylinder. This is way too big though, so I'm going to scale it down a bit. I need my transform thing over here. There we go. Scale it to 0.1. And this should be 1 unit across if I remember, 1 unity unit. So I need to rotate it on my X. It looks like I'm rotating on my X 90 degrees, and that worked. But I got 2 cylinders in here, so I'm gonna delete one. Okay, so this is going to be my first arm. I'm just gonna move it over a little bit, and I need to go into face mode. I don't know how to do that. I know one of these buttons changes it to face mode. This is why I program and why I don't Blender. Okay, let me look up how to do face mode. I know it's one of those icons, but they changed them all. Yeah, it's supposed to be right up here. And you have to be in edit mode, which I am in edit mode. Oh boy. Oh, is this it? Okay, these are the new icons. All right, so this is face. This is probably vertex, yeah, and this is edge. Okay. I think extrude was E. Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere. All right, so now I'm going to scale down this face just a tiny bit. Oh, it's the wrong way. There we go. And I think this is. Let me just scale down. Make that a little bigger. This is, I don't like that actually. This is going to be his bicep, this whole part right here. And now I need like the rest of his arm. So I need to bend this somehow. So let me go back to object mode. I'm going to rotate on the X again, and I'm just going to do this a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Now I need to remember how to go up. I do not remember how to do that. Okay, time to do some more Googling. Blender, how to bend a cylinder. Perfect. I love Google. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but that is kind of cool. Oh, you know what? I can actually work with this. I can definitely work with this. So I'm going to extrude it some more. This is going to be the forearm. And I think if I... Oh! No, I did... okay, that's not gonna work. You bend an angle through multiple rotations. This is confusing as heck. I actually did Blender a while ago. I made a chessboard, which I know is super impressive, but I was actually okay at it, and I haven't used it in forever, and now I'm just kind of bad. Okay, so this is just for like temporary stuff, so I'm going to just wing it here. Oh, did I miss a face? I missed a lot of faces. There's a way to get that by turning on X-ray or something, but I don't really remember how. Okay, so going. Okay, I want to rotate it. This is so bad. this is awful. I am definitely going to figure out how to do this better before I go at this again, or before I release this. Okay, this looks okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, sure. All right, we got an arm. It counts. That counts as an arm. And now I kind of need a weapon. I think I can manage that a little bit better. I think a weapon's gonna be a little easier. So let me whip that up real quick. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna do a cube. I'm gonna scale it down to like 0.05. Then move it kind of around here. Okay, I need to. Let me look up something else. Because I remember there's a way you can like push a face in. Searching, doing some Googling on the other screen. Okay, apparently not as easy as I thought. All right, so I'm just gonna go here and what did I do? Apparently I had this cube as part of, okay. I'm just gonna erase it all because I had it part of the cylinder here, so that was a mistake. Okay, now it's its own little thing. All right, scale it down, then move it over. I'm going to go into face mode again. Going to pull this up. Okay, looking good. We have a handle. Yeah, all right. Now I need to slice it. I know there's a really easy, quick way to do this. There's a way to like add faces and vertices to it. And I can't remember what it's called. You guys think making these videos is easy? This is the struggling that I have to deal with. Okay, so I think I gotta click this and then X. Nope, not what I want. Maybe I want W. Great. Now I turned my pointer into a multi-select tool. It's a circle now. How do I undo that? Gosh. What did I just do? Okay, so I select the edge. I press W. I don't remember it being this way. I could have sworn I used to be able to do it on faces, but I'll try edges and see what happens. Gotta get rid of this circle thing though. I gotta figure out how to undo that. Okay. All right. Oh. That's what I was going for with the arm. Not what I need here though. Give me 1 sec. I need to open up my chat because the chat is not showing for me. Okay guys, I need to figure out something real quick on my stream. So I'm gonna need like 30 seconds. Oh, okay. It says chat is disabled for the stream. Well, that is probably why I cannot see it. Let me try and turn chat on. I haven't streamed in a while either, so I don't know where half these things go. Sorry, I thought it would be enabled automatically and I would have looked into this beforehand if I had known. Yeah, thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maxum. That's what I'm looking for right now, though. There's a delay on the video, so give me a sec, please. So the Google support says straight up that it's turned on by default, but clearly that is not the case. And there's literally no option for me to enable chat. this seems to be an issue that is very common, but oh, here we go. Oh, it's marked as enabled. Not working. Okay. So live chat's marked as enabled on my screen. You guys can't see it, but it's set as enabled. And clearly it's not working. Okay, I think I know what's going on now. One sec. There we go. All right. So if you tick, for anyone that might stream, if you tick that the stream is suitable for kids, it disables your chat, which makes sense because you know the internet. The chat is up now though. Thank you for being patient. I'm going to go back to being offline Blender now. Okay, so Blender, how to subdivide a face. Okay, so in edit mode, select said face. Done. A lot of technical stuff I'm trying to ignore. Okay, so mesh, edges, subdivide. Looking for edges. Okay, so that's clearly not there. I'm like literally looking at the user guide for this particular version of Blender, and it says meshes, edges, and then subdivide, and the option's not there. Maybe it's under here. Oh, it's okay. So it's not under mesh. It's just under edge right here. Got it. Look at that. All right. Got it. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and extend this out, and all that work for this totally awesome gun. Okay, so I actually need this gun separate, so I'm going to take my arm and then I'm going to duplicate it. And Blender's tutorial says that's Shift D. Okay, that just duplicated the face. So I guess that's what I get for not being in object mode. Let me try that again. All right. So I have it duplicated. Now I just need to move it on the x-axis. So it's over here. Axis, I know, I'm saying it wrong. A little bit closer. And since this one's kind of weird, I need to make this one kind of weird. So I need to rotate it on the Z. Oh, I guess he should actually be kind of holding it, right? So I have no idea how this is going to turn out. All right, so we're gonna put this here, and we're going to rotate it more this way. And I'm going to move this one over. Okay, good, good. All right, now I'm going to take these two, and I'm going to export them. Okay, let's see. I know there's a way to make sure it's only going to export what I have selected. Selected objects. Here we go. All right, give me 1 sec. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I have one of my helpers inform me of if the stream's working and not. Okay, really bad arm. Export. All right, let's go back into Unity. Should have my really bad arms. Let's see how really badly I mess this up. All right, so I got my no face man character in here, and this isn't mine. You probably already know that given how awful I was at just doing things, but oh, that's kind of close actually. I think, yeah, I think I can possibly use this. If I just move it. All right, so I can probably use this if I just rotate it a little bit, if we pretend, and maybe if I scale it down. So this is just for testing. I'm not super concerned about the quality of it. I will redo it though and just scale it down a little bit more. And do a scale. I'm gonna do like 0.9. 9's probably fine. I'm gonna go ahead and export that again. Done. Now I'm going to take my really awesome gun here. You know what's missing though? This is driving me nuts too. I'm gonna go to edge, subdivide, and this is dumb, but needs a butt like that. Okay, now it's perfect. So let me go ahead and export my gun. I wonder if I need to zero that out. Okay, I need to figure out how to zero out the position real quick. Well, maybe not, because this is the pivot, I think, right here. I think if I just export it, it'll be fine. So let me try that first. Less bad weapon. Okay, exporting. Going back to Unity. Dropping that less bad weapon right in there. Okay, so yeah. All right, so that is the pivot. So I don't need to actually center it first. And good, perfect. So let me go ahead and drop in my really bad arms. Just kind of put my really, or less bad weapon in his hands. Where do I want this? I think right. I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to the arms. See what this looks like next to the camera. Okay. I feel like the gun is something looks crooked, but I don't care. So yeah, you guys aren't going to be using my models, so give me crack corn and I don't care. So let me go ahead and pull out my character here. My no face man prefab. So here's the thing, is I don't have an animator for this. So the other players are just going to see this guy running around in T-pose. And that's just how it's going to have to be until I get that set up. right now, though, I'm going to work on adding this first person stuff to it, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to probably have to have the arms follow the camera. That I'm not sure about just yet. So I need to work on that at another time, but we'll see. Yeah, his arms are definitely much bigger than they need to be, but that's fine. We're just doing some prototyping here. I am going to rotate them up a little bit, and probably gonna just go ahead and move it down. I'm gonna rotate the gun. Okay, so now I need to put the camera right here. Right, so I'm going to go to my multi-tool. I really do like this multi-tool. It's kind of neat. Definitely a little big. Yeah. All right, so that's there. The camera's there. I feel like the camera's probably not high enough. So I'm gonna take a quick look. Now the camera should really be at like forehead level. That's how a lot of games have it, is it's right in front of the forehead. So that's where I'm going to put mine as well. Okay. Oh, okay, let me see if I can do something about that. One moment. Is this better? Also, I keep my mic a little low because if I have it too high, sometimes it pops. It's an okay mic. It's just not the greatest. So I usually keep it low and I adjust it for my videos. But I just turned it up a bit, so hopefully that'll be a lot better. All right, so now I need to go ahead and save my prefab here. And I need to make my camera follow my character around. And there's no crouching yet, so I'm just going to have it stay at approximately a certain height above my character. So to get that, I'm going to, yeah, I guess I totally screwed that up. I'm going to make a script here, and I'm just going to call it FPS camera. This stuff's going to change. Whenever I release the source code to this, it's not going to be a giant cluster like this. It'll definitely be a lot better. Okay, let me move this over. All right, so I'm actually going to go into one of my past projects here, and I'm going to pull out some code that a lot of you have probably already seen. Just fire that up real quick. Okay, it's taking a little longer than I expected. Why is it being so slow? All right, there we go. So let me go ahead and grab that script. All right, opening it up. copying, going over here, back to my other project. Paste. Okay. So all right, so now I'm going to get the object of my local player, and I'm just going to store that. I think I'm going to just get the transform. Actually, you know what? I will instead get the network identity just in case I need it later. All right, so I need to go ahead and slap that on my guy here. If you don't know what's going on, this is one of my other videos, initializing on local player. Basically, what it does is whenever your local player spawns in, this script here, local player announcer, will dispatch an event, and you can subscribe to it so you can make things be aware of your local player. Most commonly, people use it for like canvases or cameras. But yeah, that's all it really does. So now I'm going to add an update cycle here. And I don't actually know how high I need this camera above my player. So I'm going to do an offset. I'm going to just set it at, I'm going to try 1.7F for now, and probably 0.075 forward. So let's give that a shot. All right, so if local player doesn't equal null, then transform dot position equals local player dot transform dot position plus offset. All right. Yeah, some people like that, run that in late update. Doesn't really matter in this case. So let's see what happens. Apply. I have to attach this to my camera. Looks fine. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. And let's hit play and find out what happens. Hey Squid, what's up? Oh, all right. So yeah, this is, it attached fine and the height is okay. I don't have the rotation syncing up though, so I should probably do that as well. That should be easy enough. What am I stuck on? A cone. I can't look up or down. I can only look left or right. All right, so let me go do that real quick. And again, I'm just going to hack this code together super quick. First thing I'm going to do is get my prefab back in the scene, and I need the motor script open up here. And this code I'm going to actually probably move out of here because this is going to get really messy if I keep it in here, and I don't need that in there. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to make a new script. And I will call it, I guess aiming? No, because I could, let's just say looking. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to rename it later. I don't care. So yaw rate. I need to get the yaw rate from whatever I have it set here. What do I have it set to? I have it set to 3. So let me find my yaw rate. Take this code, put it right in here. I'm doing all right. I'm about to pack up the stream probably. I need to go do some shopping here in a second. Get some food. All right, so left and right should be no problem. Also my camera, I'm going to go ahead and update the rotation. Transform.rotation equals local player.transform.rotation. You know what the problem is right now is this should be okay for left and right, but if I look up and down, obviously I'm not going to tilt my player up and down. So realistically, you would probably have your inputs inside the camera perhaps, and move the camera on separate axes and then axes, and then rotate the character based on the camera. But for now, this is what we're going to do. So I'm aware I'm making a bad design decision right now, but I will change it later. All right. I guess that'd be pitch, right? Pitch rate, how quickly to look up and down. Are you talking about my photon tutorials, Squits? And the stream is delayed by 20 seconds. So if it takes me a moment to reply, that's why. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Okay, so transform.Euler angles. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just do it this way. If I do it transform.Euler angles.x, I believe x is up and down, plus, I'll just do this, change that to a y, and times pitch rate, and then I'm going to clamp next. Next equals def.clamp next, and I'm actually going to clamp this between -89 and 89, because if you point it straight up, your character can rotate and do some really weird things. So I'm not actually going to do that. Okay, one sec. I don't actually have any videos that would really describe that process, and it's not really something that can be said in only a few sentences. It's a bit of a thing. You'd have to tie a lot of things together to make that work. You'd have to have some kind of networked manager inside your scene, probably, that would... Okay, I broke something and I know why, so it's not a big deal. But you'd have to have some kind of network manager in your scene that kept track of all your players' nicknames and stuff, and you'd have to go from there. So that's breaking. It's being funny because I have this being set. What I really need to do is I need to probably just get rid of this. And I'm going to use the Euler angles on, I actually need to use this. .y, .z. Oh, .Euler angles. I usually avoid Euler angles because they're not super reliable, but quaternions are a little trickier to deal with. And I do have some looking scripts and whatnot I'll probably just drop in. All right, so not sure what's going on. I think one, I need to inverse my yaw, and I think I might need to lock the mouse too. So let me try to do that real quick. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. So right now, if the player is null, you can see the mouse. If they exist, it's going to lock the mouse. And like I said a second ago, I think I need to reverse that logic here, or the axis here on my camera. I need to change the pitch rate to negative. I wonder if it's conflicting with the other object I have in there. Okay, no it's not. I'm just really bad. So what's going on? It looks like I'm getting to 0 and then it's just kicking back. So 89, that's working. Now if I move up, watching the x-axis on my transform, as soon as I hit 0, it kicks me down. So that seems to be what's going on. I'm gonna take a quick look at that. Give me 1 sec, I got a message. Okay, thanks. So, let me get rid of this one because I don't need that open anymore. That's just going to get confusing. So what did I do wrong? I'm clamping the value between the minimum and the max, but it's resetting it to 0. So I have a feeling if I get rid of this, my issue will go away. But then of course, the player could spin their vertical axis out of control. It's amazing. I haven't done this in so long. It's just really confusing. I don't know why it's actually clamping it now when I don't have a clamp going. That's interesting. Okay, anyway. Not going to question it. And I need to put this back on there. I have a feeling it's something like ridiculously dumb. Like I said, I don't usually use Euler angles because they're kind of broken. But so this seems to be working okay. 2 problems though. 1, I can see my player. That's obviously no bueno. And 2, the arms are not going up and down. And I have 2 players, but we're going to ignore that for now because that's just because I have one in the scene. So the first thing I have to do is rotate the arms up and down with the camera. So how am I going to do that? I could just child the arms to the camera. That'd be fine. I suppose that's probably how most of these games do it. I would have to look into that. I know that's how a lot of FPS engines work. That's probably what I will end up doing. I might actually just make the arms part of the camera permanently and remove them from the character because it makes more sense that way. So let me actually just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to drop these under the camera, open prefab. This is, I'm just going to drop this in, original prefab. Okay, now I'm going to delete this from here, go back. And now I'm going to go ahead and drop my arms under here. So now if I have my camera, I'm going to move it, and my arms are nowhere to be found because they're not centered. So let me put that right there. Looks good. Going to hit play after I delete this. All right. So there's still that weird jitter thing when I try and move up, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. And hiding the body would be pretty easy too. I kind of wonder if the camera is not far enough forward. I wonder if I actually put the camera back. So it looks like the Z is wrong. Let me just double check. Nope, that is indeed right. So maybe I just need to push it up a little bit more because he's leaning forward. That's why it kind of looks like the camera's back behind him. I think I'll just do 0.1, and then I will have to hide the body if I am the authoritative user. So, and I think this is also centered, even though it doesn't really look like it at that angle. So let me just take a quick look. Main camera, X is 2344. 4.16, and if I look at my character, and I can see that the base is indeed in the center, so it's just how he's currently standing. So I'm not going to really worry about that right now. Now, one thing I already know I made a mistake on is that not this one, but this one. So I should probably do if not base.has authority. You know what, the server doesn't even need this script, so I'm going to do private. Oh, I need to inherit. That's why it's not working. Network behavior. All right, so first I need to do override void on start server. I'm going to immediately just destroy this script because the server will not be using this. And now I'm going to do override void on start client. And if I were pooling characters, I would probably not destroy this, but I'm not going to do that in this example. So I'm just going to do if not has authority, then also destroy this. That way I won't be able to control the other people's stuff. Also, and again, I'm going to organize all of this. It's probably going to be separate scripts and whatnot. Yeah, there is an FPS controller, and I might actually check that out because why reinvent the wheel, you know? I'm just kind of doing things from scratch here and keeping it as simple as possible. That way, when I go back and tidy it up, it's easy to get it going. I don't have to worry about all the extra code that might be in the standard assets. And also so that everyone that downloads this has a easier time understanding it. Okay, so private, I guess I'll just disable the game object. Body object dot in that's the active base dot has authority. So basically, if I don't have authority, it's going to hide the body object. So let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta set it first. I hit play too many times. Okay. All right, so up and down is working, but left to right is not working because I probably didn't do another check. I probably screwed up. So it actually destroyed my looking script even though I had authority. So I might have done that backwards without realizing it. So if I go over here, if not have, well, that's unusual. Let me hit play one more time. Okay, so it did hide the body, but it also destroyed my looking script. That seems kind of weird, doesn't it? If I don't have authority, it should destroy the script, but I do have authority because I'm the client host. So, what the heck, right? Am I just like having a moment or something? Well, I didn't take the character out of the scene, did I? No, I did. Those are just the arms. Okay. So, that script isn't even spawning in or something. Okay, so I know what's going on now. This little bit of code right here is destroying it. So I need to do if base.isClient. Wow. All right. So what was going on is because it was also the server, because I'm running as a client host, it was destroying the script as well. All right. We're good, and the body is gone. You can see up there. Now we have to do the next test and see if other players have the opposite effect. So also I should probably make sure that this is set to authoritative only. Well, this is for local player. This is actually fine. I don't really need an authority check in here. Also, this isn't a networked object, but it has a reference to the local player, and that can only be assigned if you have authority of the object, so that's fine. All right, I believe so. Let me go ahead and do a build, run it as well. Hello, how you doing? Okay, I have a build up. I'm just doing something real quick. Okay, so I'm moving it over. I'm going to just kind of, don't you dare, drag this over here. Now I'm going to open up another build real quick. Drag it over here. And I'm actually going to run the editor as a server. And you can see the camera is still there, and you can still see this guy, but I'll probably get rid of that later. So the server sees the body, and of course it doesn't see the FPS arms because those are tied to the camera. That's pretty normal. Also, you'll notice that, did I get stuck on something, or is that just the camera being funny? That might actually be the camera because of how the body is reset. So if I go over here, and if I actually drop down, you can see it looks smooth, but on the camera it looks kind of jittery at times. I think that's because of the rollbacks from the server. So there's a really good chance I'd probably have to consider that when setting up my camera. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and connect the other client. All right, so like I said, I just have, I don't have any animations for it right now. And man, this is really awkward trying to walk around. Like, it does not feel right at all. So there's definitely some alignment things I need to take care of. The arms are way too big. I think they're too high as well. But anyways, it seems to be working for the most part. And the movement speed is obviously way too slow. But I can move my arms up and down. I can see the other players on my screen. So I guess all I need to do now is probably make the arms a little bit lower, or the camera anyway. I need to definitely get some kind of animation in there, which means I'll probably have to use an entirely new model since this one cannot be imported into Blender. And I probably need to look into this weird camera jitter thing. Yeah, okay.